everyone, Janie here along with my mom.
Hi.
So my dad is actually gone. He's on a little bit of a trip, and I decided I wanted to come up and spend the day with my mom. She lives about 2.5 hours away, and I have tons of plants to give you. And
so excited.
And I haven't seen her garden yet this season. Now, she lives in Redding, which is a little bit behind us, actually. You're a little bit colder than us. You're still zone 9B, right?
Right.
But you get snow.
We do.
And when was the last time you had snow?
End of February, beginning March.
Yeah, and I was like full on planting at that time. So it's a little bit behind where my garden is, but she's still her roses are about to burst. So I know all of you like to see kind of like a little garden tour. So she's going to take us around and show us what her garden looks like, and then I'll show you some of the plants. I don't think we're going to be able to plant all of the plants today because there's so many.
Plus I have mine.
And she's been doing some shopping too, but we're going to try and get as much planting as we can today until we crash, basically.
Right.
Okay, Mom, Trish, do you want to show everybody? First, can we show everybody this?
Yes.
Because this is so beautiful.
These miracle plants here.
I know.
Tell you.
Aren't they incredible?
Yeah, they came back after the snow, and
I mean, you had inches of snow on the ground.
twice or three times, right?
And yeah, and so this is Super Bean Pink Cashmere.
Right.
That she planted, or did I plant these? I don't know.
No, I planted these last year.
Okay. Look at how gorgeous this is. Why I love this plant. It is just such the most beautiful plant. And she has other verbena, even other superbena around the garden, and it's not doing as good as this plant.
It doesn't. It just, I was going to pull it up, but I can't pull it up. Look at it. It's beautiful.
If you see a cat on a leash, yes, that's Buddy.
That's my kitty.
He's an inside cat, but she puts him on a leash so he can go outside and spend the day outside. There's a ton of coyotes around here.
There are.
Oh, I left my coffee cup out there. Shoot.
Yeah.
Talk about this plant right here. This is the sweet spire.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
It's just blooming. You can see.
It's so pretty. I mean, when we planted these, they were a foot tall, and now
they have just kind of exploded.
They're so pretty.
And then I have the ballet slippers hibiscus that's just starting to
come back.
Yeah, come back here.
And then I have to show the super bells. Grape punch. That's what it's called.
It's called, grape punch. Super bells.
So this overwintered.
2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
2 years.
What?
I know. Can you believe that? And it's in the ground.
And it's
not in a container. It's in the ground.
I know. So
it's beautiful.
Proven Winners always recommends planting your super bells in containers because they can't handle. They say they don't do well in the ground, but they do well for me in the ground.
Look at that.
Is this one or a couple plants?
You know, I think it's just one.
Isn't
actually
that crazy?
Yeah. No.
So I think we're gonna have to.
It's just one. Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to start planting some more super bells.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it's so gorgeous. So you can see behind the pool, there's 3 containers that are empty that we actually have plants for. We're definitely gonna be planting those up.
Yeah, on this bed here, this is my crepe myrtle called Petite Orchid.
Pretty.
That I'm putting a lot of work into training it.
You're doing such a good job with the pruning.
Thank you.
Look how good this looks. So nice and open and structural.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to keep it.
You want to keep it low?
Okay. Low to the ground. I want to fill out.
Oh, that is
Isn't it beautiful?
It's so pretty. This was from last year, right?
Yes. This is ready to be pulled.
Are we pulling this?
Yes, I'm pulling that.
So you can see this is the hoopla.
That's last year's hoopla.
And then what is this? Whirlwind white scapola? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still, like, if we cut it back, you could probably.
I know. No, I think it's time.
You want to start over?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's seen its day.
But look at the peonies over here.
Oh, yeah. You got to see my Shirley Temple peonies.
Aren't these incredible? And they're, you said, what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. Let's see. They're actually 3 years old.
Okay.
3 years old. Right.
I have never grown peonies that look that good. But like I said, the climate here is different. Even your soil's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're close, but it's not the same at all.
Right. My glads are just starting to come up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
And of course the fountain. I have to fill up my, it's in my metal workshop right now. I have this exact same fountain. I copied my mom. I love it. Let's show everybody this garden bed over here, because I actually did a video putting together this garden bed. I made this tutor. I love this tutor. And you had, what'd you have on it? Honeysuckle?
I had honeysuckle.
And you ended up taking it out.
It was just overwhelming.
It was a beast.
It was a beast.
It was a beast.
It was
not even a quarter of the way through the season, it completely covered everything.
It did, and it was too much, and I kept cutting it back, and it'd come back more, and
it was happy.
It was happy.
You should plant honeysuckle somewhere else, because obviously it's happy here. Yeah. Right?
Well, this is probably my shadiest spot in my on my whole property. Okay. So
now you planted star jasmine.
Yeah.
And then you have are these limelight?
Yes, they are.
Limelight hydrangeas back here. So those are looking good.
And then I have an oak leaf here.
Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. This is going to get huge and gorgeous.
I moved it out. I had it closer in with the other hydrangeas, but I thought it needed more room.
Yeah. But the most beautiful thing in this whole bed is your Eden roses.
Right.
Look at how well they're growing.
And then I put up a wire here because I like to train it to go over the entrance.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be beautiful. So pretty. I mean, when we planted this, it was tiny. It was like a foot. And look at how good it looks.
That was what, 22, 3 years ago?
Was it? I don't know. Yeah. It all runs together. It's hard.
Maybe it was 21. Yeah.
It's hard.
I can look it up in my book.
Look at this view. Isn't that beautiful?
You can't see Lassen today, though.
Yeah, it's a little overcast, kind of. Yeah. We actually thought it was going to rain tomorrow, but now it's not going to rain until Saturday. Right. So let me show you guys over here.
Yeah, this
is like your working garden.
It is.
Right.
This is Kiss Me Kate. The rose that's just about ready to explode.
Yes. Yeah. So I have one of these, and it actually doesn't have any buds on it, but I think it's getting too much shade right now. It's over by my wood burning hot tub.
Yeah.
But this, look at all the buds. Look, it's about to go absolutely crazy. And then underneath that, you have Lisianthus,
which I shouldn't say never.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of patience to grow Lisianthus.
I mean,
I started these from seed last November.
Yeah. I have yet to be able to accomplish growing Lisianthus.
Oh my goodness.
Because I just give up, right? Like you miss one watering day and I'm like, whatever.
Know. And I have babied these. I've put them in tunnels to protect them, and
they look good.
Well, they better. All that effort, they better. So
you're not gonna ever want to do it again.
I don't think so.
No way. Too much work. I would be willing to do plugs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To get plugs so that I don't have to worry about the seeding part. But
I know.
It's
I'm too impatient.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, my ladybanks is just starting to bloom.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I love that tutor.
And then my dahlias are starting to come up. Blueberries.
Yeah.
Which you need to protect from the critters.
Yeah. We were just talking how we think the birds are going to be all over this in like a week or something. So if you guys are wondering, my dad made my mom these beautiful beds. Redwood, right?
Yes.
He did redwood. They're so pretty. And then over here on the other side of the greenhouse, she actually moved her Vigo beds. They used to be right here. But you can see that she's having the same problem I was having in that they were staining the concrete.
Well, not only that is this concrete pad is sloped
into your greenhouse.
Yes. And so I was getting all the water and staining in my greenhouse. Yeah. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So
this is a much better spot for them.
So we just moved them here, and this is where I'm going to grow my vegetables.
Yeah.
So my tomatoes.
Another plan for today is to go to the garden center and see if we can pick up some tomatoes. But I feel like we have a week's worth of plans to fit into a couple hours today.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at these pots.
Yeah, I'm going to move those over onto my studio patio, which we'll look at in a minute.
Okay. Did you get these from Home Goods?
Yes, I did.
I love these.
My problem is where do you find the saucers?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't find them. Yeah.
I mean, this is close enough, I guess, but
it is.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Oh, and these
too. Those need to be planted up.
Yeah.
And
it looks so good, Mom.
Well, thanks.
It looks beautiful.
I love these straw flowers. Oh my gosh. They're just so interesting.
Yeah.
You seen these? They're just so interesting.
I just love that texture that they have.
I'm going to dry some.
You should.
Yeah.
You should totally dry them and then
yeah.
make a wreath or something like that.
Wouldn't that be pretty?
That would be gorgeous.
Right.
Okay, let's go see the other side.
Okay.
So this is the main view that we all look at once we walk outside. And you have your little gem magnolia.
Right.
And then your two, what is it?
Oh, my maples here?
Yeah, what are they?
I have to look it up. For some reason we can't.
Are you going to show everybody your book this time?
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's her book. Okay, so we all know about her book. She keeps a very, my mom is, she's very, oh, look at that.
Oh,
look at that. Look at that.
This is just my notes. How do you keep it all in your brain?
Oh my gosh.
So
how come I didn't get that from you?
You should have.
I didn't.
You should have.
I
haven't. You put it on the computer. So,
I mean,
in all fairness,
barely. Usually I'm like, I just don't remember what the name of that plant is.
Autumn flame.
Autumn flame.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we go over this every single time we do a tour here of whether they're autumn blaze or autumn flame. Okay, so autumn flame. And then coming over here, this is actually the garden bed that I want to work in today because I think it's looking beautiful. What do you call this? Your north garden bed?
I call this the south.
South garden bed.
Now, I pruned very heavily this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I went to town.
It looks really good, though.
And it's coming back very nicely.
It looks really pretty. Yeah. So we have, this is an Artemisia. I get asked that a lot.
Yeah.
When people say,
this was overflowing. And if you don't keep it cut back, it flops.
Yeah.
So I just took it all the way back down to the ground.
But look how good. And it's one of the soft ones.
Yeah.
And then we have a Buddleia here that's huge and beautiful. This is a pink one, Pugster pink.
No, that's the Pugster pink.
That's the Pugster pink.
Right. This is one I have to look up, but this is another, I think that's Lo and Behold, honestly.
All right. Pretty. And then a couple grasses.
These are Hamlin, these grasses. And my lantana.
Oh yeah, really pretty lantana.
They get huge.
But basically we have room here to kind of throw in some annual color.
That's just what I usually do every year.
Right. So when I was ordering my plants, I ordered some plants for my mom knowing that we wanted to do some of this. I do want to show over here though, we've got the iceberg that's starting to go absolutely crazy again. It's like if I was here a week later, all of this would be in full bloom, but at least we can see how pretty it is. And then I did want to show you guys that she actually got the new modern Vigo bed in the brownish color, which I think looks really pretty. This is her like office study area patio. This is where you're going to move the terracotta pots. Right?
Yes. I'm going to repot the geranium. And then this is this beautiful evergreen salvia.
This you got at Bauman's in Oregon, right?
And it's evergreen. It's going to be beautiful and big. I'm going to put it back here.
Okay.
That'll complement this geranium. And then I have a couple scented geraniums.
Oh,
that I got at Bauman's. So.
You got me one, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did.
Yay.
Then I have big plans.
We're going to be planting this up today too, hopefully, right?
Right.
So our plans for today, if we can, I'll just set up the camera and we can just work and do what we can until we get hungry and tired. We want to plant up the modern Vigo bed, which I think looks really pretty right there. So what we wanted here originally is we wanted the Corton steel bed, right?
Yes.
But you were, well, I should say Dad was afraid.
Well, me too.
Okay.
It stains.
Yeah. So
really bad, your concrete.
Corton steel is beautiful, right? It's got that rusted color.
Right.
And so this was an option where you can still kind of get that look, but you wouldn't have the rust staining on the concrete that you can't get up. So,
and we lined this with landscape fabric. And again, this patio is sloped, right? Down
so it should
the water,
go that
so
way.
All the draining should go that way.
Yeah, which is something that you need to think about. Like my Vigo beds, the slope goes into the middle, and so all the water pools, and you can see all the stainings.
You have to think about that.
So if you're going to put your Vigo beds that don't have a bottom, even these modern ones don't have a bottom, you got to think about where they're going to be draining to.
Right.
So
I'm excited. Yeah.
I think it should be really pretty.
It'll be beautiful sitting out here.
Yeah.
You know, I sit out here and drink my coffee.
I love this spot. So we're going to try and plant that up. We're going to try and plant these pots up. We're going to try and fill in these spaces right here in the south bed, which is, gosh, it's looking so good, Mom.
Well, thanks.
What is that tree right down there? You see that tree?
That's another maple.
Maple.
And that's the other maple.
So that's an autumn blaze.
That's the blaze.
That's beautiful right there.
Isn't it? It's gorgeous.
That is really pretty. You know what else you should get?
Very happy there.
You should get like a flamethrower redbud with
I would love to
right?
have that.
And put it there because then the sun will shine into it and it will
if you see there, I have a smoke bush.
Oh.
Can you see
it?
Yeah. That it's going to get
get big too.
And it'll complement it. And just think when the leaves change and all that color.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. That's going to be so pretty.
All right.
So we'll try and get some planted in here. We definitely want to get the 3 pool pots over there planted. Right. And then what else did you want to get done here? Are we even touching this area?
Yeah, I think I want to take out the pansies and I want to put in something else. Not quite sure, but
this looks so good.
I know, but I'm done with the pansies. So,
but you're gonna keep this.
Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna keep the pink cashmere.
Not?
I know.
How can you not?
This plant is
amazing.
Like bang for your buck plant. Like seriously, get one of them, and if you live in a mild enough climate, they'll keep coming back. They will keep coming back.
Now you have to realize too this is at the edge of the lawn. This soil gets a lot of water.
This soil gets a lot of water. Yeah.
And so it's loving it. It's loving life here.
Again, this is why I keep saying that Proven Winners, they have Supertunia Vista line, which means they're the most vigorous Supertunias. This needs to be a Superbina Vista, right? This and Superbina Whiteout.
Oh, those two
are incredible.
They are.
Yeah, are incredible. Let me just show you guys just some of, because I didn't get any of these. I wish I did, but these are the Double Delight Blush Rose Begonia. It's a new one. Pretty. Isn't this the prettiest begonia?
Did you bring the Bermuda Beach petunias?
Yes.
You did, good. Yeah. And did you bring the Super Bells, the watermelon?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to plant those 3 together?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of do
so pretty.
And some Gara.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you have a whole plan.
Yeah, I have been a few other things. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we should get started, huh?
Yeah.
One more thing I just have to show you. She also got an El Nino Chitapa. Do you know where you're going to put this?
Not yet.
You should put it over here. Like there. That'd be so pretty.
Haven't decided yet.
Okay. We'll talk.
We'll
talk about it. I love those begonias. I need to try them in sun because what if I put those in my zigzag planter next year?
They're gorgeous.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing. I'll let you know how they do in mine.
Do you want to save the tags, or you'll know what a jazzberry is, right?
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Are you gonna write all this down in your book?
I am. Here's meteor shower. How big does it get now?
Like 12 to 18 inches, I think.
Okay. The height, can we sit
in here? Where?
Let's see. How about we do right here? Can we do it right here?
In all the years you've lived here, I've never realized these were plastic pots or fiberglass.
Aren't they great?
They're great.
So is this one.
That?
Yeah.
I thought they were concrete.
No.
Where are they from?
Home Depot. Delivered online.
Are they the MPG planters?
Yeah.
Wow, Mom.
Aren't they great?
I always thought they were concrete. I wonder if they have terracotta look. Do you know?
I bet they do. You know, I was thinking over there where I have that verbena. What do you think about petunias since they're so shallow rooted?
I mean, you need to try something.
Yeah, they're so shallow rooted, and I have all that new compost in there.
Why don't we put the Bermuda Beach in there?
Okay, let's try it and see. Okay, another thing on the list, is it Ipomoea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a sweet potato vine.
Yeah.
Like a speller. All right, we've been planting for about an hour and it is such a lovely, beautiful spring day here. The thing I love the most about this property is how quiet it is. I mean, I live out in the country, but I live on kind of a busy road and across the street from a small airport. My neighbors on one side are goats and my neighbors on the other side are roosters. So it's not as quiet as you would think, but then you come here and you can see there is absolutely nothing here. I hear the wind, and on the other side of the mountain over there, I think I can hear, I don't even know if you would call it a neighbor, but I can hear someone on their lawnmower, and that is pretty much it. Everything else is just peaceful and quiet, and I know that's how my parents love it. So I am definitely enjoying my day planting here. My mom and I have been working on getting all of these plants in the ground, and then we are, of course, noticing holes, things that we're missing, plants that we're missing. So we're taking notes, kind of like, oh, we need a trailer here, or we need some height here. So we've been taking notes, making a list, and darn, we're going to have to go to the garden center. There's Wintour Garden here in Redding, California, that is a beautiful garden center. And I feel like every time I come up here, we find some excuse to go. So we're going to keep working a little bit longer, and then we'll probably head over to the garden center. But first, let me show you what we've gotten done. Okay, so she has her south bed here, and the main plant or the main flower that she has in her south bed is the berry, I always say this wrong. What is it called, Mom? Berry what? Berry bandana lantana. And they're not up yet. They're not blooming yet, but like there's one there right by my auger. There's another one over there, and they're so beautiful. I'll see if I can find a picture. So she thought that jazzberry would be a perfect complement to the berry bandana lantana, and I think she's right. We did put some Truffula pink gomphrena, which are going to get really big, really beautiful. Again, that really bright pop of color. We put one meteor shower verbena right there for a little bit of height next to the artemisia, and then of course next to the buddleia. And then we did kind of a little river of the floss flower. This is Artist Blue floss flower, and it is such a gorgeous blue, purple, lavender, whatever you want to call it. It glows right here. It is so pretty. She had this in her north garden on the other side by her garden beds a couple years ago, and I fell in love with it, and she's still using it pretty much every year. So we did that. Another jazzberry that I do need to get cut back. We're a little late in our season, which I know is crazy to say to some of you who are just getting started, but we've been planting since like the end of February, so the plants that I had in my cans were starting to get leggy, so I got to cut some of them back. But you can see that she had one jazzberry right here that overwintered that's looking really good. Over here, oh, look at the bird. Look at the bird. She's starting to get her plants all set up for this spot, the Vigo bed right here. And we both are absolutely in love with this new Double Delight Blush Rose Begonia. I cannot get over this plant. I really, really want to see if it does well in the sun. It says full depart sun. So 8 to 14 inches tall. It basically trails over. Proven Winners has this in a hanging basket recipe that's supposed to be really pretty. But can't you guys see this in my zigzag planter? Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing? So I'm going to have to get my hands on some of these and trial them in the sun and the heat and see how they handle and if they can do it. Oh my gosh, I might put this in my zigzag planter next year. I got to see. I've never planted this plant before, so I don't know. Then we have some Superbell's Watermelon Punch, which I think will be a really pretty, interesting color combination. See if I can show you guys. See that? Isn't that interesting? And then she picked out some Stratosphere White Gara to go behind there. And then, of course, some Dichondra Silver Falls to spill over this way, which I think will be really pretty. Let me show you the pots by the pool. So these 3 pots by the pool she's had for a couple years now, and I have to admit, I always thought they were concrete, and they're not. They are, if you guys saw the video where I was trying to get those topiaries out of my white planters by my office, they're that same fiberglass quality to it, which it's amazing. I really thought these were concrete. So she did a whole combination. She was inspired by one of the recipes on the Proven Winners website. I'll put it on the screen right now. But we have this fiber optics grass right here. Then we have Whirlwind Starlight. Isn't that pretty? And we know that Scavola does really well in these pots because she had them there last year. They did fabulous. And then we have an Angelonia right here. This is Angel Face Blue Angelonia. And then I think these are the Tiara. No, these are the Supertunia Mini. No, these are the Tiara Blue. Excuse me. Tiara Blue. That one just doesn't have the white throat. I'm trying to find one if it has a white throat. Anyway, so these are going to look really pretty. I saved the tags so that we can reference these later. This is another plant, you know, that got pretty leggy in its can, so I got to cut that back as well. But you can see we mimicked that here, and then we mimicked it one more time back here. And then Mom's working on this other planter, which is the same fiberglass. You got these from Home Depot? Is that what you said? Online, Home Depot. We've got Picasso in purple, Supertunia right here. We have one of the Dahlias, Virtuoso Violet, right? That one for a little bit of height. And then we need to go get a spiller for right there. This is one of the Picasso in purple that I actually cut back when I was at home, but I left these so that we could see the bloom color and so we would know what we were planting. Are these plain the blue salvia? Or are they Mystic Spires?
That's Mystic Spires.
They're so pretty. Oh my gosh. And then you can see she has Superbina Whiteout that keeps coming back for her as well, right?
I want to do 3 more of these Picasso here.
Oh, you're going to plant some Picasso down there?
Here to spill over. I want to just kind of like, ooh.
Do you want to use my auger?
I have one.
Oh, you do? You've got this. Then the last thing I think we're going to do before we leave for the garden center is she has all these verbena over here, and she's tried so many different varieties of verbena right here in front of the Platinum Beauty Lomandra. Did I say it right? Lomandra Platinum Beauty. There is something going on with this soil right here. We think it's really alkaline or something like that, or maybe the pool water splashes into it. We're not sure what's going on, but you can see these are Homestead. Is that right? These are Homestead verbena, right? And you guys have seen my Homestead verbena. It looks so much better than this. So there's something going on, I think, with the soil here. And she fertilizes and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to try something different other than a verbena right here. And I did bring some Bermuda Beach improved Supertunias. So I think we'll probably pull these out and then put the Bermuda Beach in just to see how they do. And then we got to get the soil tested for sure. This is new. This is gorgeous. I need this in my yard by my gazebo. Oh, how cool. So this place, Wintour Gardens, is the garden center in Reading. It's beautiful. We love it. And they've been under construction for like the past 4 years or something like that. And now they finally got the pond installed. Wow, this is cool. And then this waterfall. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Sneaking a peek to see what they got growing. Like some coleus. Ooh, pretty. Very pretty. Ipomoea. Ooh, I should show Mom. I gotta show Mom this. There she is. So I've been wanting a wind chime for a while now, and I have to admit, I had no idea how expensive they were. I had no idea. I mean, obviously this is a really nice one, but I was not expecting that. You got what you needed?
I did.
What'd you get?
I got some Mystic Spires, and
so we got Mystic Spires Blue, very similar to plain the blue salvia, maybe a little bit taller. And then we did get an Ipomoea, Sweet Caroline Light Green. Is this a tomato?
Yes.
What'd you get?
A bush early girl.
Are those good?
I haven't tried a bush. earlier on.
Sorry, I just was really close to your face.
And then I got jalapeno for your dad.
Good. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, you guys, it's actually a couple hours later, and I'm sure you saw we ended up putting a hold on planting, and we ended up going to the garden center and got some really fun things. We actually went to 2 garden centers. We went to Wintour and then another one, and I was trying so hard not to get anything, but I did, but I'll show you that in another video. I was trying not to buy anything so I didn't have to take anything home, but you know, when you see a great plant, like what can you say? So anyway, we're happy, we're tired, we're gonna hang out on the back porch, have an early dinner and a girls' night since my dad's not here. All in all, a very enjoyable day. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.